start the flight here, and we're going to start with a cold start. So nothing's on, as you can see here, and we're going to have to be able to contact the tower, as it's saying there. We've got our VFR map, so we're going to need to look at our instrument gauges up here. It's where all of our power and everything is, so we need to put this on auto. Then go to the master battery and turn it on. That's going to give us our power. So that's basically how you turn on a 747 from cold start, pretty much. And also, we need to do kind of like fuel and stuff like that, but that's not until we need to start the engines. But we need to contact Heathrow ground. So we can actually get some clearance, but also we're going to need to talk to ground services first to get a pushback. But this is pretty cool. You can actually do like a request fuel supply. So let's do that.
Heathrow ground, Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, could you please send a fuel truck?
Over. Nice. That's cool. I guess we'll get a power supply as well, and make sure we have plenty of power for our flight. Well, here's our power truck hooked up, so we have extra power, so we're not using power that we could use on the flight as well.
Heathrow ground, Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, could you please send the baggage?
And the baggage is what we're going to get. Oh, that's cool. It opens up the door there. And as you can see, the baggage is being loaded onto the plane for our flight from Heathrow Airport to Dubai is where we're going. And we're going to get the catering truck here.
Heathrow ground, Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, could you please send the catering truck?
This is all pretty cool. You get to actually watch all the stuff that goes on, the loading of the plane and things like that as you're getting prepped and ready to go. It's going through the catering truck and the baggage, so if you want to make it look more realistic, you probably want to make sure the baggage cart's out of the way.
Could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
Oh, we need to do that. Need to get the jetway added here.
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, the jetway is going to be connected.
So now we can get our passengers onto the plane, because they're going to be making their trip from Heathrow Airport to Dubai. Pretty cool view of the tower there at Heathrow in the United Kingdom, and getting the catering added to the plane so people can eat. It's cool to watch all the little movements and stuff that they have here, and you can get the plane all loaded like you're a professional pilot. It's pretty awesome. Really cool details and features they have in this flight simulator. I like it a lot. I'll just take a look at the cockpit real quick. See if there's anything we need to do. Not really. So we'll go back to this view here. Oh, it looks like the fuel truck is arriving. That took a little while to get here. So the other stuff's really quick, and the fuel truck just takes some time to get to you. So I just wanted to see how this all works. Basically just going from dead cold start and then doing all the load up on the plane as you would normally do in an actual flight, and then we can actually lift off and make our way into Dubai. That's weird. The fuel truck's going underneath the back of the plane. I'm pretty sure they add fuel to the wings, so that's kind of a weird thing there. It goes through the jet engines in the plane, so I don't know if they'll really fix that type of stuff or it really matters. Yeah, so this is how it would load up the fuel, of course, like in the wing. So it's a little bit closer look up on the wing here. our fuel added. I just want to actually...
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747, I am done with power.
Oh, okay. Good on power then. We need... I wanted to see if it actually, like, added fuel. Like, it'll actually show it, like, adding fuel to it. I don't see anything really moving. Yeah, it doesn't look like the fuel's moving, but I guess we have enough fuel for our flight, so I guess we're good. So I guess it's just aesthetic type of thing, just to have all this going on or whatnot. So I guess we'll get some ground clearance so we can actually taxi and get out of here. Although I should turn on the engine. So how you start up the engines is you need to turn on the fuel pumps right here. You get all these on. And those as well, the stabilizers and all those. The main ones in the alternator, not the crossfeed. Yeah, we don't need the crossfeed. Just need these other two, the main fuel pump 4. And that one as well. So now we're going to have fuel to the engines. We're going to have the fuel starters turned on. And then we turn on the APU to on and then start. And that will start the fans on the engines, which we have to spin those up first before we can add fuel to start them. So we have to turn those on before we can actually add fuel to the engines and start them. Alright, so the sound just messed up apparently because my internet's not running very well right now and it's just lagging it out, so the sound is just terrible. So pretty much just turn the sound off in this part of the video, so it'll be a couple minutes before the sound comes back on. So you're not going to be able to hear the engines, of course, figures, when I'm trying to turn them on so you can hear what they sound like. But you'll hear them here shortly in a few minutes once the sound comes back. It just messed up for some reason, so we're going to get rid of the jetway here. Passengers are all loaded, and we got the engines up and going here on the fans at least. Haven't started the engines yet, but the fans are going, and we're just trying to figure out which way we need to depart, and just need to check our destination and where we're headed. As you can see, that pink line right there is where we're going to be going. That's going to be our path toward Dubai from United Kingdom. So we should be able to go east, and that's where we need to go because that's going to be the direction we're heading. And then we will get our directions for our taxi to the runway, and then we can take off. Also, we need to get clearance before we take off as well. So fuel trucks headed out, and all that fun jazz. So now we have our taxi. So we need a taxi to and hold short of runway 27R using taxiway GFBL 21A, A3, A2, A1. Contact tower on 118 705 when ready. It's a huge amount of taxiway numbers. It's pretty crazy. So we got to tune to tower 18705. So we're ready. And then we need to go to ground services. And then we need to actually get a pushback here. So what I'm trying to find. Maybe back to clearance. Actually, no, we need to go back to the ground. 121.85, I think. Yeah. Pretty sure. Yeah, there we go. Now we got pushback. Just forget what frequency we need to be on. So we're requesting a pushback for the plane, so we can get pushback and then turn to the right slightly. So then we can make our way, taxi to the runway. All right, so now we have pushback accepted. So we'll get the pushback from the truck here. And we are getting our pushback started. Another angle of it. Looks a little better with the tower and stuff. Seems like it's a little bit of a slow pushback here. Usually it's quicker than this. You know what? It might be that I have the parking brake on. Let me check this in the cockpit here. Yep. And then we had the parking brake on. That's why. Okay, so now we're moving faster. So apparently we know how to do everything in the planning set for the parking brake. I forgot about that. Now we got to turn right. I might have done that a little late because it has a delay. You have to request the turn to the right, and then they get it to the tower, and then it gets to the truck. So notice it's taking a second for it to actually start turning to the right. Now it's got it. Now the tug's got the turn to the right acknowledged, I guess. And then we're going to need a stop, so it's hard to judge. Maybe about here to stop. There we go. I was a little late, I guess. So we're requesting the end of pushback, and then finally the tower gets it. And now it'll stop. Okay, so got a couple of seconds there after you push it that it'll stop. So, all right, now we're good to go. As you can see, the fans are spinning and they're all ready to go. That only takes a couple of seconds. So we can start the engines here, which add some fuel to them so they can get started, and then we'll spin up. As you can see, the engines are spinning up and powering up, and I would love to let you guys hear the sound of that, but the sound, messed up on the video, and it's still going to be a couple minutes before we can actually hear the engine of the plane. So it's just kind of how it works. I don't know, my internet's just lagging out, and so it's messing up the sound for some reason. It's just really horrible, so that's why I took it out and there's no sound. So I'm trying to talk enough so that way it's not completely quiet during the whole video. But now we got the engines going, we can start adding the throttle to the engines here, and let's give it about like 11% or so on each one just to start slowly moving. Yeah, there we go. We're starting to move a little bit here. Right. Nice. Might be a little slow, so let's give it a little more throttle, because that's a little bit too slow of a taxi speed. Need to speed it up a little bit. There we go. Alright, the sound still isn't working yet, but it'll be in a few minutes here when we get kind of past the tower here. Alright, as you guys can hear, the sound is a lot better than it was. There's no weird, bits of, stuff like that going on. So now we can hear the engines and all that fun stuff. That's a nice view right there. I just wanted to clear that out. Might be the thumbnail that we use for this video. So if you guys like the video, definitely leave a like, definitely subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell and get notified when my videos are up. See you guys in the next video.